Welcome everyone to Better Deals and Money, BDM for short. Let's see who we have in the house. I have Brian Hedges from Australia, Tom Leonard, Shirley York, Michael Johnson, Bob, Christina, Nacho, Teeny, William Stevens. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody for the moment. You can unmute though, Brian. Excuse me. So
Good.
I'm glad you're all here tonight. We've created what I believe is the best opportunity that's ever existed in the work for yourself space. I started 60 years ago at age 14, went to the top of 7 companies and built some of the largest downlines ever built. I've owned my own companies. I've consulted for others. I've seen a lot and experienced a lot, both good and not so good. And after 3 not so goods in a row, that's when I decided to create another company, Better Deals and Money. But let's start with a quick question. What would an extra $496 a month do for you? Think about it. Would it cover bills, fund travel, help family, or finally launch that dream project you've been putting off? Well, tonight I'll show you how a simple $10 decision can grow into $496 monthly income, and it doesn't take years. It can happen in days or weeks. Here's the foundation. Give and it shall be given unto you. That's not just scripture. It's a law of life. Farmers know it. You sow seeds, you reap a harvest. Wealthy people know it too. They don't give only to be good guys. They understand money multiplies when it moves. At BDM, we've tapped into that same principle. When you sow into this community, your seed doesn't just grow, it multiplies. Here's the picture. An Amish couple gets married, they've got nothing, then a neighbor knocks, "How would you like a new barn?" The couple answers, "Well, we can't afford one." The neighbor smiles, "You don't have to. We'll build it." By sunset, 100 neighbors show up, a barn stands tall, and the only requirement, the young couple helps the next family do the same. Well, here's the kicker. Their future help doesn't come out of their pocket. It comes from the profits of their barn. That's BDM. We're raising barns, only ours look like cars, homes, travel, debt freedom, and financial peace. The Bible says if people come together in unity, nothing will be impossible for them. If we look at what mankind has accomplished in just my short lifetime, it becomes readily apparent that nothing is impossible for those who are going the same direction. Unity is baked into community, and for most of history, people lived by seed time, harvest, and helping one another, but somewhere along the way, we lost that rhythm. BDM is about bringing it back because when we move in unity, failure isn't possible. Here's what happens when you step into BDM. You get a back office with tools, tracking, and training. You start with one enrollment and choose people who typically succeed at whatever they do because one right person could literally set you financially free. Eventually, your goal will be to have 4 or more, and with just 4 referrals, you're already in profit, and that's enough to carry you to the top level of the plan. Not hundreds, not thousands, just 4. And from there, the system fast tracks you to $496 monthly income and beyond. The Amish raised barns with wooden nails. We raise barns with dollars and community. This is crowdfunding at its finest. And if you're thinking, but I can't give right now, remember, you don't have to start big. Start with $10. Use your profits to scale up. Duplication does the heavy lifting, and your harvest grows faster than you expect. So here's the invitation. Take the next step with us. We're about to play a short video that breaks down the numbers and shows you exactly how this $10 seed can grow into a $496 monthly income quickly.
I'm John Austin, and I'm coming to you with an amazing opportunity. What if I told you that just $10 a month could turn into $496 in monthly income, and that it could happen in days, not months? Sounds almost unbelievable, right? But stay with me. Most programs out there promise big results, but you wait forever. Months go by, and you're still stuck at zero. That's why we built something different. the first of its kind. Brand new double leverage pay program designed for speed, and it starts at just $10 per month, so anyone can afford it. Imagine designing the perfect compensation plan. What would that be? Perhaps something for the little guy, showing someone who's not great at recruiting how they could still earn an endless stream of perpetual profits. Or maybe a system for the masses where a small amount of money leveraged correctly turns into a fortune fast. Or even better, imagine a plan powerful enough to attract million-dollar leaders, allowing them to earn thousands daily, right out of the gate. Tough decision, right? Welcome to Better Deals and Money. Our first of its kind dual cascade compensation plan was designed to be simple, superior, and super fast. It starts with 13 powerful entry points, ranging from just $10 to $20,000. We've combined two powerful wealth-generating systems into one. First is our high-powered coded 2-up plan, where everyone you personally refer takes the next available frontline position. Payments from your frontline are instantly dropped into your wallet, no waiting. With one exciting twist, your second and fourth personal referrals pass up to your sponsor. That's not a loss, it's leverage, because your entire team does the same thing, meaning you'll receive ongoing pass-ups from all of your people. The 2-up plan has long been recognized by experts as the most powerful compensation structure ever created. But many people avoided it out of fear of losing two good people. Dual leverage changes everything. You get all the power of the 2-up plan without giving up a single person, and neither does your team. It works exactly the same for them as it does for you, creating a ripple effect of duplication that fuels income growth deep, wide, and fast. Number 2, our reverse alternate fast track plan, designed for speed, simplicity, and serious momentum. Here's how it works. Every even payment from your team flows directly to you. Every odd payment fuels your upline. That's the beauty of dual leverage. You never lose or give up a single person, creating a perfect balance and endless momentum. Now stack that across 13 dual cascade levels. Each upgrade unlocks new payment lanes, new streams of income flowing 24/7. This isn't just making money, it's a wealth engine where every new level multiplies your opportunities. And the best part is, you get paid from every personal referral, plus all of the pass-up commissions from each of the dual plans. Both sides of the plan run non-stop. Money flows in around the clock, fueling upgrades, creating momentum, and allowing you to capture larger payments as your team rises with you. To keep things scalable, we built something special. Entry levels for the everyday dreamer, mid-levels for the masses, and elite levels for top leaders, producing hundreds and even thousands of dollars per entry. Plus, we give you access to income calculators in your dashboard, so you can design your own path to any income you desire. A plan for everyone. A plan for the little guy. A wealth machine for the masses. A leadership magnet for the pros. We've redefined compensation plans, creating the ultimate income model with the power to put more members in profit faster than anything before it. This is more than just a plan. It's your fast track to financial freedom. Are you ready to build a fortune? Are you ready to move at the speed of success? Welcome to Better Deals and Money. You get a system designed to move you quickly toward $496 in monthly income. Not someday, not after months of grinding, but within days. And you don't have to stop there. You can scale up just as quickly to be earning thousands monthly. And here's the beauty of it. Low cost to start. Simple system anyone can follow. Results that grow and duplicate quickly. No hype, no gimmicks, just a straightforward way to put real money in your pocket. Now imagine this. A simple $10 decision today could cover groceries, gas, bills, or whatever matters most to you, every single month. All from a system that's built to actually work. We made it fair for everyone. Do nothing. You earn nothing. But just one good referral can earn you hundreds of dollars monthly, and 4 referrals is all that you need to go to the top level of the comp plan and earn thousands. Not 20, not 100, not into the thousands, so you can cover your auto ship like other opportunities. That doesn't exist here. Look at this chart. With just 62 people on your team, you are earning $496 monthly. As your organization grows deeper, and it will with just 10 levels of duplication, you would now earn over $16,000 monthly, and it doesn't stop there. Some legs will go 100 levels deep and deeper. What happens if you personally refer 10? That's over $53,000 monthly. And what if your team average goes to 5? That's $154,000 monthly. But why would you stop there? But let's start with a realistic goal because anybody can earn $496 monthly with consistent effort. That lets you experience the system working and motivates you to do even more. Just $10 a month to earn unlimited income. There are no other fees. So here's the choice. Keep doing what you're doing, or take one small step today that could create a $496 monthly income stream in just days. Click below. Get started for only $10, and let's build your income together.
Let's take a minute to unpack what you just watched so we can really see what you have your hands on. Well, actually, I don't want to log. I want to click register. Okay, and while we're going through this, if you have any questions or comments, just raise your hand. We'll acknowledge you one at a time. And I want this to be interactive because at the end of the day, this is being built for you, and we want to clear up anything that isn't 100% clear. So in order to get started, you're going to need a URL, a personalized URL from your sponsor. This is a dummy account, a demo account. And so you would actually put in your information right here, click sign up, and that would get you registered. I'm going to go to income calculators here momentarily. You know, our coded compensation plans, like the ones we use here at BDM, have a long history of creating the most leverage and the biggest incomes, often paying up to 20 times more than traditional compensation plans. And that's why they've stood the test of time. Now, the only downside is that in most systems, people hesitate because they have to give up someone along the way. And that's where our dual stream system completely changes the game. We've eliminated the drawback while keeping all of the power, something that's never been done before in this industry. And this is the first of its kind, a plan so powerful it should knock your socks off and get you running barefoot toward your biggest dreams. And here's why. You never give up anyone, yet you still get all the leverage of a two-up system. Every time you miss a payment in one stream, you're paid by that same person in the other stream. And after your fifth person, every other person starts paying you double. So here's the kicker. People can get started for as little as $10. That makes it easy to bring in dozens of new members over time. Sure, at first it may feel a little slower, but as your income grows, almost everyone who you share this with will lean in and want to know more. So let's really break this down and help you understand how this works. Okay, so we're looking at the $10 dual stream calculator. And what I want you to understand is that this $10 is being split into two different plans. Okay, so essentially you have a $5 plan right here and a $5 plan right here. All right, so a $5 plan typically isn't gonna pay very much money, right? But again, by combining these two opposing, essentially coded plans, you're never going to miss a single person. You're always going to get paid in one plan or the other. Up to a certain point, these plans pay identical. For example, if you have 4 personal referrals, doesn't happen overnight, but you should, over a period of time, be able to get 4. With a team average of 4, we're looking at $248 monthly income from the 2-up and $248 monthly income from the reverse fast track, giving you a grand total of $496 monthly. Okay, so why are we choosing this number? Why are we looking at 496? And really the reason is because it's a realistic goal. Out of all of the millionaires I've interviewed in this industry, me being one of them, uh, I didn't start out with the idea of making millions of dollars. I actually had in mind of buying my first car. I got my driver's license at age 14. That was the law back in Idaho. At during the time you could get a driver's license at age 14. I wanted my first car, which ended up being a 1957 Chevy. But most millionaires in this industry that have made millions, they started out with a realistic goal to earn $300, $400, $500 a month. And why was that? Because they had a personal need. Maybe it was putting a child through college. Maybe it was making a car payment. Maybe it was making a house payment, or just putting, good food on the table. Maybe they had a leaking roof, needed to repair the roof, or, whatever it might be, a vacation. And that realistic goal, because they went to work, it actually became a reality. They reached that $300, $400, $500 mark. And then what happened? Well, in life, don't we always try to scale up? If you have a job, aren't you looking for that next promotion? If you're in business, aren't you investing some of your profits to try and make more money? We all do it. Even millionaires and billionaires, what are they doing? They're looking for ways to increase their bottom line, to take from what they have to get more. So here you can literally take a $10 investment, if you want to call that, investment in somebody else. It's an investment in another member, just like yourself, somebody who's struggling to get ahead. And they're here for that very reason. They saw a way that they could help themselves by helping others. And consequently, one of them invited you because they could see how this could possibly help you and at the same time help them. So there's really nothing selfish about this. How's $10 going to hurt anyone? It's not like you're taking something away from someone. $10 will buy you what? A cup of coffee at Starbucks, maybe a hamburger at McDonald's. Not very much. You're not giving up very much, and probably those things you'd be better off without them anyway. So taking $10 to get started, where you can take from your profits and leverage up. So let's take from this $496 and join the $20 dual stream. And so what does that give you? That gives you two $10 dual streams, $10 in the two up, $10 in the reverse fast track. Okay, and with only 62 people, we're looking at a monthly income of $1,488. If we take from that and scale up $50, look what happens. With the same 62 people following you, $3,968. Scale up again. And it doesn't stop here, folks. If you want to continue, you can actually scale all the way up to $20,000. And some people actually start at the higher levels. We had one individual that started all the way up to the $10,000 level. So, and as time goes on, we'll see more and more of that. It's just a matter of, the momentum. People have to see it working. Well, what happens anytime you start something new? It takes a while to catch on, right? Bitcoin. How long did it take to go from 5 cents when I saw it up to, what is it now? It's over $100,000. How long did it take for computers to catch on? I remember buying a Texas Instruments computer back in the early days, and it was programmed by DOS. There was no instruction manual. You had to figure out, had to learn how to code in DOS in order to do anything with that computer. Well, I tried for a couple of weeks diligently to, figure out how to make it work, and got really nowhere, very little done. And I had the idea that computers really were never going mainstream. And because of that experience, I didn't get into computers for quite a long period of time. I let a lot of water go under the bridge, so to speak. Whereas if I had gotten involved early, you know, I, I could have done some great things with it, I'm sure. I had a school buddy. He was actually 2 years younger than me. He went to work for Dell Computer right after high school, and just a few years later, he retired with millions of dollars in his bank account. See, and that was the difference because he saw the opportunity. He didn't get, a bad impression because of something that happened. Sometimes we do that, right? We look at something, we say, "Oh, I've seen that before." We've had some kind of experience, and so we don't take advantage of it. And then a great opportunity passes us by. So what we're presenting here, folks, is something that if you catch the vision, if you see how your small donations can help somebody else accomplish their dreams, and how by sharing with other people, that's going to help you accomplish your dreams, this literally can turn into a legacy that you can pass on to future generations. Okay, I don't see any hands yet. Do we have any questions? So we looked at how you can get somebody's link and get started. Once you get started, you would log in like this, which would put you on the dashboard. From here, let's look at how once you get joined, how would you get started? So what we want to do is we want to go down here and make a purchase. Click on Dual Stream. As you can see, some of these are already taken. Let me grab some credit card information. We'll go ahead and just make a purchase for fun. I think we can do that. All right, so what you do is click on credit card. If you've got money in your commissions, which this account has, I could actually make a purchase from here. You can deposit money into your crypto wallet and make a payment that way. But let's go ahead and process the credit card payment. So what you're getting, folks, to make this entirely legal, we're giving you a product, which is in this case a Dubai 3 days, 2 nights vacation, and we're charging you $50 for that. But at the same time, we're giving you a $50 dual stream. Okay, so you're getting 2 for 1. And this is a real vacation. You can use it or not. That's entirely up to you, but it is available if you want to use it. Then you're going to put in your credit card information. Okay, payment successful. Okay, so we go here, and this has been taken. We could do that again, all the way up to, well, actually, from this point, when we go into the 250, you're going to need to upgrade from your commissions or from your crypto wallet, okay, with cryptocurrency. However, you should be able to start with $10 or $20, or maybe with these first 4, and leverage your way all the way to the top, to the $20,000 level. And that's entirely up to you and how you decide to work it. And you have your wallet, which shows all of your transactions, etc. You have websites here. The landing page we just watched is this one right here, the $10 secret. Another thing, if you're interested in, self-development, that type of thing, how you can basically think and grow rich, that concept, you might want to check out the secret script. And here is a video. You might want to watch this first. This is a landing page. People have used this landing page to bring in numbers of other members. But to actually get the secret script itself, it's available right here. You have an audio and a PDF. Definitely check out our Telegram groups. We have a main channel, a support channel, and a faith channel, our chat. That basically is an overview of what we have here at BDM. Any comments or questions? Love to entertain any questions you might have. And if you have any ideas how we might improve, what we're doing here, how we can, better present it, be more than happy to listen to your ideas. Go ahead, Brian.
Yep, I'm going to actually, I'll just put myself on camera too, just so people can see that I'm a real person. Sometimes I don't normally come to the Wednesday meetings because, it's Wednesday my time, because I'm normally doing a rehab course for my lungs in action with my COPD. But I'm having hospital treatments now daily, 5 days a week for cancer. And as a result, I get home nice and early and I got here on time. But I got one question, John, particularly in regards to our earnings. I had a member sign up last week, last week, and he sent me some money by PayPal, so I funded his back wallet. And I thought he was going to go and join the dual system, but he wound up going into the charity club. And I see that my commissions are impending. Why would that be, my friend?
Have you joined the charity club?
I think it was charity club. I wasn't quite that, but what I was curious about was that the $10 commission went into pending.
Right. So if you haven't joined that club yet, those $10 will be there to help you join.
Okay. That makes sense.
And the purpose of that, Brian, is if it wasn't that way, then there would be no incentive for you to ever join.
Yeah.
And if you didn't join, then that's not going to bless your sponsor. You see, so it's kind of, in a way, an incentive, if you will, for you to join, so that those commissions trickle up.
Yep.
And that happens, that will happen also, with your downline. The same thing will happen so that they have incentive to step up, scale up, and that way you'll get a commission from it.
So that's good value. Yes, I appreciate that. I was tweaking the thing, well, what have I done wrong, or what has he done wrong? But now I understand that, and that's really good value because, again, there's no fear of loss. And that's one of the things I like about this program is that there is no fear of loss. We've taken that away totally with the dual stream. John and I and others are working behind the scenes to try and get better promotions and things like that going. But I would encourage everybody, if you have any doubts, if you've got any questions, to contact myself or contact John. Talk, privately, maybe in the forum, not sort of much publicly if you've got a really big issue. But if you don't talk, we can't help. If you don't ask, you don't get. It's as simple as that. Sometimes we may not be able to help, but I reckon 99.9% of the times we will be able to. So if you've got an issue, please do reach out to myself or John or anyone else that's in the team that's sort of taking up a bit of a leadership role, and we'll help you regardless if you're in our downline or not. Right, so that's my 2 cents worth for this week. And great meeting, John. I really loved the presentation this morning. I think it was good value. I'm going to send that out to my whole team to make sure they listen to it.
Thank you, Brian. And folks, we have a listening ear. We want to, really know what's working for you, what's not working for you. If you see something that's working with some other program, things, ideas that we can cross-pollinate with what we're doing, we're more than happy to entertain those things. Like I said, you know, um, some of the best things that have come out over the years, they didn't catch on right away, and some of them, some of the best inventions never really made it to market because somebody else had a better way of presenting it. And so, you look at the light bulb. It wasn't that it was a failure, but 10,000, it took Edison 10,000 tries to come up with something that really worked. Now, I don't think it's going to take us 10,000, different tries of ways to present this until we come up with, the thing that's really going to light the fuse and, ignite this company and put us into momentum. I really honestly believe that we have the best thing going. If I had had this same program anytime throughout my career, believe me, I would not be here uh, because there's just nothing like it. Nothing has ever existed like it. It's got the very best compensation plan, the most powerful compensation plan, and the fact that you never lose a single person. So you're getting paid in two plans that, for the most part, to begin with, are fairly equal, fairly identical. As you begin to grow your team, the more you personally sponsor, the bigger the team average gets, there will be some, there will be some disparity between them. But either one, if you only worked one of these plans by itself and worked it hard, you could literally make millions of dollars. But when you put the two together, it's just absolutely mind blowing what you can do. I mean, we looked at this. We haven't even, talked about increasing the levels. And you can go 100 levels deep. You can go 200 levels deep. It doesn't stop, folks. And the thing of it is the levels won't stop growing.
Just stop there, Sean. Go back
What?
up a bit. Just go back up one more. One more up, so that we're at the $72 level, $72,000 level. Sorry.
72,000.
Okay, stop there.
73,000.
Yep. Okay. Now then, do you know the significance of that number?
What's that?
You know the significance of that number, of that $72,400.
Mm,
No, he doesn't. Okay,
I'm
I
not.
will tell you. That is the average income for the American household in 2023, 24. So here is a plan that you can start off with $10. You can work consistently, and with only how many people, John, at that level? How many people in the downline?
Okay, we're looking at
You go.
510 people.
510 people. So of only 510 people, which in the scheme of things is a very small network, a small type group network, you are earning the average family income for the average American. And you started with $10. Now, if it took you a year to get there, that is really good progress. So anything over and above that is a bonus.
And that's
Okay.
really the attitude that you have to have. You have to
Yeah.
have the attitude. Yeah, maybe it's going to take me a year to get there. Maybe it's going to take, what if it took you 2 years? What if it took you 5 years to get to $73,000? No, we're talking monthly income, folks. We're not talking annual.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
Okay. So,
I saw annual. I don't know. There was a thing I was doing some research the other day, and I just saw that the American average income was 72,000 a month, and
yeah.
then I just saw it popped up there, and I went, "Wow,
So,
you're
so,
right,
uh,
monthly." So there's 10 times the monthly income.
okay.
Annual income.
So there you go right there. This is more than the average monthly income of the American family. And we're only talking 62 people now. So again, what if it took you a year, 2 years, 5 years to do that? Oh, but you talked to one person and they said no, and oh, your heart's broken, right? Or it just didn't take off like I thought it was going to take off. I've had that happen to me many times throughout my career. It just didn't go immediately like I thought it would go. And, you just have to try different angles, try different approaches. But we've got something here, folks. We have the magic. If it takes a little time to figure out how to present it in a way that people are going to, really gravitate towards this, that's not the issue. The issue is there's nothing out there that competes with this. So let's figure out how to make it work. That makes sense? Does to me. And, I certainly applaud those of you who have, been with us and stayed with us. It's going to be worth your while, folks. It's going to be worth your while. And again, bring ideas to us because something's going to click here. And I think very soon where this is just going to go viral. And when it does, nobody else out there is competing with us. Nobody can hold a candle to what we have. Nobody can create the kind of income that you can create here. And really, bottom line, it's all about the money. That's why we're here. That's why we do this. We're here for the money. But if we can add to that the idea that we're helping other people, you can have everything in life that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. What do they want? They want to be debt free. They want to have financial freedom. They want to be able to come and go as they please. They want to be able to buy not the cheap food, but the really quality, healthy food. They want, good entertainment, good vacations. They want to have a quality automobile. They want to live in a nice neighborhood, where they feel safe. That's what people want. And we have it right here. We can offer that for them. Doesn't come overnight. It takes some effort. But how many of you have worked jobs that are far more painful than sharing BDM with your friends, your family, your neighbors, and even strangers? I think we all have. I think we've all done things that are much harder, much more difficult, much more undesirable than sharing BDM. Because you're sharing something that can change people's lives. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and
Hey,
wrap it up.
John.
Any more comments? Go ahead.
Yeah, got a quick question here. If you can go back to the dashboard
Sure.
and under make a purchase.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally they had the plans back there that you could buy, like the 30 all the way up to 200, the packages. Uh, is that been eliminated? What? The packages to where you can buy in order to get the plans, or have you
Oh,
incorporated
you
that?
mean are you talking about the travel packages?
Travel. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I noticed that last night,
Yeah.
and let me make a note of it because I don't know why that's not showing.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Uh,
I had someone tried to sign up and buy, they signed up, but they tried to uh get that, and I didn't, I just wanted to make sure that he understood. So I went back there and I didn't see it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay.
Something else we're doing uh, is we're going to incorporate this into all of our plans. So up to $100. So here's your credit card. Process the payment. In this case, you would be getting a vacation to Puerto Vallarta, and it includes the $100 dual stream. So for one price of $100, you're getting 8 days and 7 nights if you want to take that vacation or not. You get the $100 dual stream. There's a $5 processing fee. You put in your credit card information, click pay, and that will automatically sign you up
Right.
for that plan. You will
So you're all the way
automatically
up to you're all the way up to 4 plans right now on that, right?
on the with a credit card.
Yeah, and you
I
said
really I really don't dare go beyond 100 because then you start getting into chargebacks.
gotcha,
And it only takes 2 or 3 chargebacks to get shut down from a merchant account,
gotcha. Okay.
unfortunately.
So everything after that you're going to use from your earnings crypto, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
frankly, that
Yeah,
should
that's
that
good.
should be very easy,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that have crypto now if they want to go ahead and jump in the bigger plans. And those that have jumped right into some of the bigger plans, that's what they've done is they've put in crypto.
Yeah, and it'll also motivate people if they know that they got to use their earnings. Maybe it might encourage them to go out and build to get the
Hmm.
money that they need from their earnings to go to higher plans. So that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, dokie. That's what I needed to find out.
All righty. Well, thanks for asking. You're not the only one that had that question, obviously.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah, and I appreciate you bringing that to my attention to get the travel packages back up there. Although I'm not sure we'll need them. What
Right.
do you? Uh, I mean, they can be there actually because some people may want a particular travel package that they would like to, pick up on that and at the same time fund their wallet. So we can go ahead and do that.
Not a problem. Thank you, sir.
So briefly before we close, let's talk about why we do this. The reason we join. And when you join, I hope everybody that's new here tonight will do that. We also hope that you know why you're joining. Could be paying off a mortgage, it could be retiring early, paying college tuition, paying down credit cards, going on vacation, or just buying a homestead, a place where you can relax, be comfortable, and enjoy life, for the rest of your days. Whatever it is, I encourage you to write it down because writing it down has some very real benefits, psychological, neurological, and even spiritual benefits that go way beyond thinking about it. Thoughts are slippery. They overlap, they fade, it's just verbal processing that quickly goes away. A thought can be forgotten in seconds, and you know, intentions, thoughts, they're easy to dismiss. But when you write something down, it involves physical action. It stirs emotion. The Bible itself says, write the vision and make it plain that he may run who reads it. Writing something down often makes you run, makes you move, take action. I think that's what that's saying. Write the vision and make it plain so that you will actually take action. Writing turns a desire into a vision, something you can see, something you can declare and align with, shifts energy from imagination into manifestation. So this is important, folks. It's your why. I encourage you to, if you haven't got a why, to figure out what it is, because when you become intentional, things begin to line up in your favor. I've done it over and over again. I've crossed literally hundreds of things off of my list that I've written down. And what I find, if I don't write things down, typically they often don't get done. So like I said in the beginning, whatever your number is to accomplish your particular why, to finish your project, write that down. So let's, and I also like to mention, what it means to enroll new members. Understand we don't recruit. We don't recruit. Recruiting is something, you get someone to do something they don't want to do. Enrolling is getting someone to join because they're eager. They've taken the time to investigate. They see the same thing you see. They see a way to change their own lives while helping others get their lives together. And your prospects, they're people just like you. The fact that you're here proves that. How did someone approach you? Perhaps you're going to approach other people the same way. I like to use something, take an approach that gets rid of any, any negativity. Like, I've got an idea for you. It's okay if you say no. You see, that takes the pressure off. It opens them up to take a look. Nobody's going to get offended if they're not feeling under pressure. Keeps everybody happy, keeps you happy, and keeps you from quitting if you have an approach that is not offending anyone. Then you're going to stay engaged. So, just work at that, become a good inviter. That's all you ever have to do here, folks. Just invite people to take a look, invite people to a webinar, invite people to a landing page. And the more you invite, the better you become at inviting. Richard Brooks has a video out there. You might want to look it up on the internet. Actually, it's in we played it on one of our Saturday trainings. And he says that every invitation that you make is worth about $2,000, whether they join or not. That's hard to believe. But when you do the math on it, it really is believable. And it takes consistency. If you're just doing one invitation a week or an invitation every other day or whenever you feel like it, no, that doesn't work. If you showed up at your job one day a week or twice a week, how long would you stay employed? Not very long. It's consistency that makes this business work. Consistency, persistency. Make at least one invitation every day before you lay your head on the pillow. And if you lay your head on the pillow and remember you didn't make an invitation, then get up and make that invitation. One company I was working, I made a goal to go to the very top, to become the top recruiter in that company. And I joined the company about 3 months before the end of the year. And it was a company that already had significant number of people in it. But I made a goal. I made a decision I was going to do that. Do you know when I actually accomplished that goal? After 10 p.m. on New Year's Eve. But I completed the goal. Why? I wrote it down. I worked on it persistently and consistently every single day because that's what I wanted to do. And I didn't give up even on New Year's Eve. Maybe an hour or so before midnight, I signed up the person, I enrolled the person that put me over the top to become the top recruiter in that company. That's all it takes, folks. Just one decision. Make that decision and stick by it as if you had made an agreement with yourself that you were going to get an 8-year, 10-year, 12-year degree in college. Do whatever it takes to get there, and you will see that $496 monthly income. From there, all you have to do is just, turn your headlights up a little brighter, make a new goal, do a little more. In fact, it's easier. The first $100 is the hardest money you'll ever earn. The first $1,000 is the hardest $1,000 you'll ever earn. The first $1 million is the hardest $1 million you'll ever earn. That's the way it works, folks. And in this business, once you reach that 496 monthly income, you've got other people working with you. You're no longer working alone. You've got people that are united with you and they're going the same direction. They're helping you, you're helping them. And together, nothing is impossible. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Friends, I want you to picture this. When an Amish family or group comes together to build a barn, no one family could raise those massive beams alone. But shoulder to shoulder, with every hand contributing, something extraordinary takes shape in a single day. And that's the power of community. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Together, we're building something greater than ourselves, something that will stand strong for generations. Alone, the work may seem impossible, but united, it becomes unstoppable. So as we close tonight, I encourage you, don't just watch the barn go up. Grab a hammer, grab a beam, lend your hands, and be part of the building and creating a legacy with us. Because when we rise together, nothing can stop what God has proposed us to do. With that, good night. We'll see you again on Thursday. Again, if you've got ideas, things you'd like to share with us, please come forward. We'd love to, entertain those things and make what we're doing even better. God bless and have a great rest of your evening.
Thanks, John. Good night.
Good night.